Hey, Rob here for Quadratec. Today we're checking out the AWE SwitchPath exhaust for the 392 equipped Jeep Wrangler JL. Normally I'd start in the shop, but let's face it, I know you really want to hear just how great this exhaust sounds. So today I thought we'd skip right to the end and start out here. Pretty good. Not bad. Jeep did a great job with that factory exhaust on the Rubicon 392, but frankly, it's hard not to make that 6.4 liter Hemi V8 sound amazing. However, it's hard not to agree that the AWE SwitchPath can make that V8 sound even that much better, as you've just heard outside. Now, if you want to hear side-by-side comparisons of that factory exhaust in both the performance mode turned off and on, as well as the AWE SwitchPath exhaust installed on that 392, again, with the performance option turned on or off, you can hang on till the end of this video. But for now, I want to dive into some of the great features that you'll find built into the SwitchPath from AWE, and then I'm going to show you just how easy it is to get this installed on your Rubicon 392. So for starters, of course, everything that AWE is producing is proudly designed, engineered, and manufactured right here in the USA from US sourced components. In fact, they're only a short drive up the road from us right here in Pennsylvania. I love that a local company is producing super high quality components for the Wrangler, specifically the 392 with the SwitchPath exhaust. Now, while installing this on the Rubicon will definitely change the way that your vehicle sounds, it can do a lot of other things as well. AWE has designed this to offer best-in-class ground clearance and departure angles, tucking this exhaust up nice and tight to the underside of the Wrangler where it counts. You'll notice that that factory performance exhaust hangs down really far below that rear bumper, putting it in harm's way when you're out on the trail. With the AWE SwitchPath, you'll notice that they've tucked all of these exhaust tips up nice and tight to the underside of that bumper to keep them protected when you're crawling down those difficult trails. And just in case you want to get into the really hard stuff, well, they've even incorporated their bash guards on each one of those quad exhaust tips. Now, they're constructed from reinforced 1/8-inch thick stainless steel rings to ensure that you don't accidentally crush one of those exhaust tips when you're dropping off of one of those difficult ledges out on the trail. In addition, AWE has designed the SwitchPath exhaust to be an easy 100% bolt-on installation, requiring no cutting or modification to your vehicle to get it installed. Now, that means it should only take you a few short hours to get this job done right at home in your own garage or driveway. Of course, it is backed by AWE's fitment guarantee, as well as their no check engine light guarantee, and comes with their lifetime warranty. It's also 50 states emission compliant. Now, you're going to find things like OE Tier 1 style vacuum actuators for the exhaust valves to retain that factory style dual soundtrack performance, actuated by either pressing the button on your dashboard or by throttle input while you're driving your vehicle on the road or the trail. You'll find things like original equipment style exhaust hangers already pre-welded in place in all of the correct locations, and locking collars and clamps for all the connections of the exhaust. You'll notice that this exhaust offers a clean and straight through simplified design, and the way that you get those dual soundtrack options is, of course, those two valves on the muffler. So under quiet operation, or with that performance mode turned off, exhaust is going to be routed into the muffler and then out your two center tips for a tame, sophisticated sound. Now, when you activate that performance mode, or by stepping on the throttle, it's going to open up those two valves, giving you a straight through path for that exhaust to flow out of the outer tips as well, for a much more aggressive exhaust note. At this point, I'm going to go ahead and start pulling out that factory exhaust so we can move on to a step-by-step installation of the new SwitchPath exhaust. After allowing plenty of time for the exhaust to cool, we can begin by first removing the two vacuum lines on the factory exhaust valves. There'll be one on the driver's side and one on the passenger side. Next, we can remove the bolts securing the two factory exhaust hangers, one on the driver's side and one on the passenger side, Each hanger is held to the inside of the frame rail with two 13mm bolts. Next, we'll loosen the two exhaust clamps using a 15mm socket. With those loosened, we can now begin to slide the factory muffler off towards the back of the vehicle. If you're working by yourself, it can be helpful to have a jack stand or something else supporting the muffler while you're prying it free. Next, we have two more exhaust clamps that we need to loosen in front of the factory X pipe, again using a 15mm socket or wrench. With those loosened, we can also pry off the factory exhaust hanger found just to the rearward of that X pipe. Finally, slide the pipe towards the rear of the vehicle and then down and out from under the Jeep. We're going to be relocating the original equipment differential breather hose slightly from the underside of the vehicle. Begin by popping the two clips from the bottom side of the vehicle's body, and we'll slide it forward, installing it on the pre-installed post on the underside of the Jeep. Secure it to the factory emergency brake cable using the provided zip ties. Next, we'll install the two provided hose barbs so that we can lengthen the vacuum lines. We'll install one of the barbs on the driver's side hose and the other on the passenger side hose. Using an 11mm socket, we can remove the nut securing the heat shield to the underside of the vehicle so we can pry it away gently, giving us room to apply the included heat shield. Thoroughly clean the underside of the vehicle so that the new heat shield will adhere properly. Following the diagram in the instructions for the exhaust, we're going to be transferring some measurements over to the provided heat shielding. I'm going to be using a Sharpie and a ruler to transfer those measurements. Once I have everything marked and laid out, I can go ahead and make the cuts, and we can move on to adhering the adhesive backed heat shielding to the underside of the vehicle. The first component we'll install is the new AWE H-pipe. We'll start by sliding two of the smaller clamps over the H-pipe and then slipping it into place. Support the pipe by sliding the exhaust hanger into the factory hanger rubber isolator. You'll want to ensure that your hanger is level with the ground, while the H-pipe will actually sit at a slight angle with the driver's side of the pipe sitting lower than the passenger side. We can go ahead and fully tighten the two clamps securing the H-pipe at this point. Next, we'll grab our driver's side resonator pipe and slide it onto the H-pipe until it's fully bottomed out. For this clamp, as well as the remaining clamps in the system, we'll simply snug it down. We won't fully tighten it until we have all of the components installed. Next, we can grab our passenger side resonator pipe, again sliding it onto the H-pipe until it's fully bottomed out, and then snugging the exhaust clamp. Now we're ready to slide the passenger side rear tube into place on the passenger side resonator pipe, again snugging the clamp to hold it in place, routing it around the cubby in the floor of a Wrangler. Next, we'll move to the workbench. We need to start by removing the two original equipment muffler hangers from that factory muffler. With those out of the way, we can begin the assembly of our new AWE muffler assembly and valve pipes. Start by laying the muffler onto the workbench so that the flat side is facing up, and you want to ensure that the welded AWE serial badge is going to be on the side where our tips are facing. We'll start by installing the two inner tips first, positioning so that the AWE badge is facing up, and we want to ensure that the clamps are positioned in a way that we can access and tighten them from below once they're installed. It also looks cleanest if they're facing towards the center of the muffler. With both inner clamps installed, we can move on to installing both the driver and the passenger side valve sections of the pipe, again slipping them into place and ensuring that our clamps are positioned in the correct orientation. Next, we can slide the two OE rubber hangers into place on the driver and the passenger side valve pipes. Again, at this point, we're going to leave all the clamps loose to ensure we can get a perfect alignment once we have everything finally installed. The last thing we need to do before lifting it into place is to cut the included silicone hose into two 6-inch pieces and then attach them to the valves before we install the muffler. I find it easiest to leave that muffler hanging down so that we can slide the passenger and driver side valve pipes onto their respective resonator pipes under the vehicle. With the muffler slid into place, we can swing up the muffler hangers and resecure them on both sides with the factory hardware that we removed earlier. With the muffler assembly still swung in the down position, it can be easiest to access and make our connections to the factory vacuum lines on both the driver and passenger side, connecting the small 6-inch hose to the barb that we previously installed on the factory vacuum hose, and then tucking it up so that it doesn't get caught or burned on the exhaust pipe. At this point, we'll take our time and begin snugging each one of the exhaust clamps to get an alignment that you're satisfied with. It may take several attempts at tightening and loosening different clamps until you get everything perfectly aligned and you're happy with the placement of each one of the quad exhaust tips. Continue moving down the system and fully tighten all of the exhaust clamps that we installed previously on both resonator tubes and the H-pipe. Finally, we need to remove the heat shield from our factory exhaust by breaking the 4 metal band clamps holding it in place. These clamps and bands will not be reused. Install the heat shield on top of both the driver and passenger resonator pipes, securing it in place with the 4 provided metal cable ties. Now, with the exhaust fully installed, it's easy to appreciate the high quality build, design, and use of components in the AWE SwitchPath exhaust, using nothing but the best US source T304L stainless steel featuring all CNC mandrel bent components. This kit has been designed to tuck up nice and tight to the bottom of the Wrangler from front all the way here to the back. Of course, being one of the biggest drivers in designing this kit was to give you best-in-class clearance as well as better departure angles over that factory exhaust. Now, while that factory muffler hung down much farther, you can see just how tight the SwitchPath muffler and quad exhaust tips tuck up to the underside of the vehicle, giving you the ability to tackle those more difficult and extreme trails. Of course, we've got those bash guards here on the quad exhaust tips, so even if you do get into the heavy stuff, you don't have to worry about accidentally crunching or damaging one of your exhaust tips. This exhaust is backed by dyno-proven performance gains of 9 horsepower and 5 pound-feet of torque, so we're not only getting real-world performance gains at the wheels, but of course a huge improvement in exhaust note that you already heard right at the start of this video. Now, you want to make sure you stick around to the end, where I'll be giving you some side-by-side comparisons of both that original equipment exhaust and the new SwitchPath exhaust, with that performance mode both closed as well as open, allowing a clean straight through design, engaging all 4 of those quad exhaust tips, utilizing those factory-like vacuum actuated valves, so you can control the tone and sound of your exhaust at the push of a button or by simply putting your right foot down to the floor. Now, if you want to get more information or to purchase an AWE SwitchPath exhaust for your 392 equipped Wrangler, you can click that info button to head to Quadratec.com. Of course, if you have any comments or questions about the exhaust or how to get it installed, you can always do this for me down in the comment section below or by simply heading to the website. If you haven't already and you like these videos, do me a huge favor. Make sure you hit that thumbs up button. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button as well as the notification icon, so be sure to catch all of our latest videos. Till next time, I'm Rob. I'll see you out on the trail. Right now, we're going to get our 392 back outside.